Welcome to this explainer. Okay, picture this. You're a data analyst. It's 4:30 p.m. on a Friday, your inbox suddenly pings, and leadership is panicking, desperately needing to know why Q4 sales just fell off a cliff. What happens next? Usually, it's a totally chaotic scramble. You're exporting spreadsheets, hacking together complex SQL queries, and honestly, sweating bullets. Well, today, we're taking a detailed look at how to completely transform that nightmare reality into a super streamlined system of instant insights using Databox AI. We're going to look at this right from our perspective, the analyst's perspective, and see exactly how we can turn a massive, messy tech stack into a seamless conversational analytics engine. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. First up, we'll look at the pain of analysis, then fast data connection. Next, we'll meet the Genie AI assistant, followed by the direct workflow, and finally, mastering performance.
Section 1. The pain of analysis.
So we have all seen a message exactly like this pop up on Slack or Teams, right? Why did sales drop yesterday? I need a campaign breakdown ASAP. It's frantic, it's urgent, and honestly, for a traditional business intelligence setup, it's a total nightmare. An executive fires off this simple one-sentence question, but answering it, man, that requires a monumental amount of unseen labor on our end.
To actually answer that single, urgent question about the sales drop, what do we have to do? First, we're pulling numbers from completely disconnected systems. We're in Salesforce for the CRM data, Google Ads for the spend, and Stripe for revenue. Then we have to spin up entirely new dashboards just for this one specific scenario. And if the data isn't modeled correctly, forget about it. We're stuck waiting in technical ticket queues for data engineering to build the pipeline. The business is literally losing money, and we are just sitting there writing support tickets. Not great.
Section 2. Fast data connection.
So what's the fix? Well, the fundamental power of Databox is that it centralizes your entire messy tech stack, and it does it without needing complex ETL tools or some heavy data warehouse. It actually features over 130 direct cloud integrations. We are talking native, plug-and-play connections to HubSpot, Google Analytics 4, Shopify, Snowflake, you name it. Instead of spending days building custom API pipelines, you literally authenticate and sync your platforms in minutes.
Let's move to and see how this builds out in reality. Here is the exact practical workflow you follow to get those fast answers. Step 1. Connect. You simply authenticate your CRM and your ad platforms. Boom, done. Step 2. Prepare. Databox has this built-in datasets feature where you can seamlessly filter, merge, and organize all that raw data into clean datasets without writing a single line of code. Then, step 3. Visualize and analyze. Once your foundation is standardized, you just layer on the dashboards and the AI to instantly spot exactly what caused your sales dip. It takes hours, not months.
Section 3. Genie AI Assistant.
Now, once your data is flowing in, you unlock the absolute magic weapon here, Genie. This is your AI analyst. Instead of opening up a SQL editor and writing hundreds of lines of code to join tables and hunt for anomalies, you simply ask Genie a plain language question. Something like, what's driving changes in our metrics? Or what drove the drop in sales yesterday? And because Genie is grounded in your specific integrated business data, it gives you a clear, contextual answer in seconds.
Genie essentially brings 3 core superpowers to the table. First, it can build, meaning you can just prompt it to create custom metrics or entire dashboards on the fly just by asking. Second, it can analyze, evaluating your performance data instantly. And third, it can explore, digging deep into the data to uncover hidden insights or flag weird anomalies that a human eye would have totally missed in a massive spreadsheet. You are quite literally turning hours of deep data modeling into a 10-second conversation.
Section 4. Direct workflow. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive shift in our daily operations. Think about that painful status quo we talked about earlier. Traditional BI tools are fully optimized for analyst-led work, right? Reports are built once, and the rest of the business just waits in a queue. But in this new, integrated AI workflow, there's no waiting. You use an instant, plain language AI prompt. You're talking directly to your data, moving from a question to a decision at the speed of thought.
Now don't get me wrong, dashboards are great. Databox actually has over 300 stunning templates for them. But dashboards alone, they often raise way more questions than they answer. They'll show you that traffic dropped 20%, but they won't tell you why. And that right there is the key differentiator. Dashboards show what happened. AI explains why it happened. It completely bridges the gap between just observing numbers and actually understanding them.
Section 5. Mastering performance.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is what happens when we zoom out to the executive view.
When we eliminate all that manual friction, we reach a much higher level of business management. Based on real-world results from scaling businesses, teams using Databox are seeing up to a 60% reduction in the time they spend just creating reports. I mean, imagine getting 60% of your analytical work week back. That is time you can redirect toward actual strategy, competitive analysis, and high-level forecasting instead of just pushing pixels around on a bar chart.
And, time is money for sure. By eliminating the need for all that extensive data engineering overhead, those extra per-seat BI licenses, and endless hours of manual report maintenance, businesses are seeing a massive 50% decrease in overall reporting costs. You're taking reporting from a slow-moving, expensive cost center and turning it into a lightning-fast self-serve asset.
Databox actually calls this DIY BI, and it is a complete culture shift. It means the entire leadership team can track their specific objectives and key results in real time. Marketing can check their ad spend, sales can monitor pipeline velocity, and execs can view high-level health metrics, all without ever filing a ticket to the data team. The analyst is finally free to actually be an analyst, not just a human report generator.
So, the crucial point is this. We've looked at how connecting your platforms, leveraging AI, and shifting to a self-serve model fundamentally changes the speed of your entire organization, which really forces us to end on one final, vital thought. How much faster could your business scale if your data actually answered back? Thanks for joining me on this explainer. I hope it gave you some incredible insights to take back to your team.